Good afternoon, everyone. This is our live stream for Aesthetics Apprenticeship, the accelerated course. This afternoon lesson is going to be on continuation of chapter 6, and we are picking up on page 228 in our ebook. This session is not going to be that long, but it's a great intro to learning about skin types and conditions, and also ingredients that are effective against our everyday issues that our clients may come in contact with. So let's start here. I will be highlighting today in yellow. Okay. So all of the cool stuff that we need to remember will be highlighted in yellow. So students that are viewing us on the Zoom right now, just please make sure when you go into your e-portal that you are looking at the save pages and also the highlighted pages that have been highlighted from your instructor. Those are study points. Please also remember to continue your SEMA reviews. All of those reviews are going to essentially help you in the passing of your exam. Please make sure you take an extra glance at those flashcards at the bottom of that SEMA section for chapter 6. You need to know your terms. You know your terms, you understand your words, you understand what they mean. You can break down the questions, and it gives you a great advantage to answering the questions correctly, okay? And so remember, it's going to take some study, but this is going to be well worth it. All right. So let's look at identifying beneficial ingredients for skin types and conditions. This is products are precisely formulated with ingredients to treat dry, normal, combination, or oily skin types. Everybody usually falls into those combinations, okay? Sometimes individuals like to say that sensitive skin is a combination. It is a skin type. It is not. It is a skin condition. Okay. Sensitive skin is a skin condition. And any of these skin types could also have sensitive skin. And so you can be dry and yet sensitive. You can be normal and yet sensitive. Combination, oily, so on and so on. And yet sensitive. So sensitivity, sensitive skin is a condition. It's not a skin type. Okay. Make sure we note that it's a skin condition and not a skin type. Many products include ingredients to improve skin conditions such as acne, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, and signs of aging. I want you to take note there, and I'm going to highlight in yellow this particular area. Because as I've always said, if you can identify the problems in someone's skin, in someone's hair, in someone having in a nail, if you can identify the problem, you're always going to have a client. Okay. You don't have to worry about following trend because trends fade out. But clients will still have common day-to-day issues. And if you can identify those and also build plans to treat those, okay, a plan where they come into the spa, they're going to come in, they have week 1, we're going to do this, week 2, we're going to do this, week 3. If you can build treatment plans for them, remember, we don't diagnose and we can't prescribe, okay, any kind of medications, but we can build treatment plans and we can work with their physicians. All right. And acne, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, and signs of aging are your top 4 issues that people have going on with their skin. All right. And so I beg you to become a solutionist. All right. Become a solutionist, settle yourself and start to learn additional information on acne, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, and signs of aging. Learning these 4 and just expanding your vocabulary, even with these, you will be able to do any type of skin. All right. It doesn't matter acne background, doesn't matter type of skin, you will be able to service them because all 4 of these touch almost every ethnic group in the world. All right. And so that's one thing we want to always keep in mind. It's always when you're talking to a client as well, you're understanding you want to understand the issues that they're having with the skin. What are you not happy with? And then how can I help? How can I assist, or this is outside of my scope of practice. I cannot assist at this time, but I will refer you to, ABC. It says determining which ingredients are best for individual needs is important. It's an important step in product selection. You got to know what's going on with the client before you go and grab product. All right. And how do we know that? From conversation, from client consultation, from client record cards, from asking them questions about what have you been doing? When was the last time you had a service? Have you ever had this kind of service? Why were you getting this? Do you understand? What's your lifestyle? Where do you work? All of that plays a part. All right. So you got to have conversation with them. You got to collect some data from the consultation. All right. From the skin analysis, you got to collect data. All right. And taking all of that information, you say, okay, this is what they should be getting, and these products are going to be more beneficial for their skin today. Okay. It says choosing just one ingredient will never provide the results that you will achieve when using a powerful blend of performance ingredients. Okay. And in tech language, they call it stacking. All right. So although there's one major ingredient, it doesn't work unless they have other supportive ingredients. All right. Other supportive ingredients to help work. So many ingredients in skincare formulations have multiple benefits and can treat several skin types and conditions at the same time. So this is what we need to know. So when people try to sell us product, we are not just sitting there just buying everything that they sell us. We literally, have understanding. So when you go to trade shows and, they're trying to, of course, they'll be trying to sell you product, you need to actually know what they're talking about. Okay. When we look here, it says common performance ingredients in skincare products. These are performance ingredients. All right. So I see a berry, the benefit, potent, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, brighten skin tones, anti-aging. All right. So when I hear the benefits of the ICI berry, and it's potent, okay, it tells me it's highly concentrated, doesn't take a lot. It's an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. This will be great for sensitive skin. Okay. It brightens skin tone. This will also be great for issues that are going on, that there's dark spots, uneven skin tone. Okay. Under eye area, you think about those dark areas on the face, the high cheek areas that may be darker for those individuals that are dealing with possibly PCOS. It will help the skin become more softer instead of tougher. Also, it help with those dark spots as well, and anti-aging. So it's going to be anti-wrinkles. It's going to fight against sagging of the skin. So it's probably going to increase the elasticity, build the collagen. All right. Algae, okay, referred to as seaweed. It's a humectant. Humectant hydrates. Okay. Detoxifies. It's going to remove those things that build up oil, sweat, and dirt. Replenish, refresh, okay, essential vitamins and minerals rich in antioxidants. So this is great for dehydrated skin, combination skin. Also, I will use this as added to a mask for aging skin as well. Okay. Anatomium moisturizes, soothes, softens, protects, aids in wound healing, promotes cell proliferation and longevity. So this renews old cells. It helps shed dead skin cells, but your skin repairs faster. All right. So it's wound healing, softens, protects. This is great for aging skin and dry skin as well. So great moisturizing component. Aloe vera, humectant. So it hydrates, it reserves moisture, it softens the skin, heals the skin, antimicrobial, which means it gets rid of, it helps prevent germs and bacteria buildup. Anti-inflammatory, which means it combats redness. All right, soothes and calms. And so this is great, mostly used after sunscreen, but aloe vera is a huge component. It's a performance ingredient, aloe vera leaf water in toners. All right. So we use a lot of aloe vera in a lot of our skincare products as well. So clients getting this is great for all skin types, but also clients who are getting like enzymes and peels and things of that nature. We keep some aloe vera around, especially around the spring and summertime when people are going sunbathing. The aloe vera is just going to help start the healing process. All right. But you also should tell your clients to not be out there and, give them a great educational point about vacation. This is how your skin is going to react and give them the do's and the don'ts. Okay. Apolific acid, universal antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, enhances natural exfoliation, minimizes pores, soothes, reduces puffiness. All right. So it says a universal antioxidant, which means 9 times out of 10 is going to be great for all skin types, especially for aging skin. As you age, the skin is key. It gets older, but it loses its elasticity, it loses its plumpness. All right. So aging starts to set in. So this is anti-aging. It enhances natural exfoliation. So it gets rid of old dead skin cells. So also this is great for oily skin. It minimizes pores. This is great for acne, oily skin, and also anti-aging because the minimizing of the pore, if the pores are minimized, then you don't have oil, sweat, and dirt trying to build up into an area. Okay, so you're going to have finer, softer, clearer skin because the oil, sweat, and dirt or things that would naturally try to settle over into the skin, it will not. Okay, it cannot fit into the pore, so it shrinks the pore. That's exactly what we want. If the pore is shrinking, that means the skin is tightening as well. So that's a great acid. It soothes and reduces puffiness. And so you'll probably find these in night creams, and great for fine lines used around the eyes and around the mouth. Okay. Um, Alpine Rose is a plant stem cell. As soon as you hear plant stem cell, you think of repairing. Okay. Improves the barrier function. So it strengthens the skin. All right. Boosts epidermal regeneration. And the skin repairs itself faster. So as you age, your wound healing slows down and also your skin repair slows down. So this particular product ingredient performance wise is going to enhance, speed up. Okay. So you will look younger, longer. Okay, you have arbutin, which is natural skin lightener and melanin suppressant. They do use this sometimes as a topical cream for hyperpigmentation, but please remember this word contraindications. We talk about contraindications for waxing, for any kind of hair removal, contraindications for any kind of acid peels, enzymes. We got to make sure we look up the contraindications because if you're using this performance ingredient, it is possibility you cannot use other things at the same time. Okay. And then we have arganol, which is absolutely one of my favorite. Light emollient plant oil. Okay. Contains beneficial lipids and fatty acids for skin. So it hydrates, makes skin look younger. It's antioxidant, replaces natural skin hydration. So it's like your skin, if it's dry or dehydrated, it just, hey, it says, it becomes like a refresher for the skin. So I absolutely love it. Just looking at avocado oil, I'm just going down a few emollient, soothes, high in vitamins A, B, and E, antioxidant. This is great. The skin loves it. The hair loves it. And so having that cold pressed avocado oil is amazing. And it's used in many of skincare products, as far as cosmetic products as well for the hair. Um, Bamboo prevents moisture loss. So it's great for dry skin, especially if someone has epidermal uh, water loss. It's great for restoring moisture to the skin. It's an antioxidant, so it soothes and it's an astringent, which means it's going to clean. It can act as toner, witch hazel as well. Something we don't hear about, but bearberry, natural skin lightener, melanin suppressant soothe. So this may also be an ingredient used for hyperpigmentation, but please check contraindications for bearberry and the other services you may do in this process. Okay. Um, Many people pronounce this calendula, but many people also pronounce it calengia. Okay. And from the pronunciation, I really like calengia. That's how I've always been pronouncing it. Emollient, soothes, heals, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and anti-itching. So this will be a great oil or serum or great in a cream for healing. It'll be great for combating dry, itchy skin as well. And so for anyone that deals with dry skin, chapping, some eczema, things of that nature, this is a great soother. And of course, added with other things, it could be a great soother. So I would do Calengia oil and Calengia cream. I've had both of them, made both of them, and I love it. Caviar, okay. I don't know how many people love caviar, but caviar is great for um, dry skin. Caviar is great for dry skin as well. Repairs the cells, hydrates, nourishes, restores high in amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. Okay. So a lot of times you have a lot of mask that has a lot of these ingredients. And so even with the mask, the foundation that is being placed on the face, the mask has these performance ingredients that go in and treat the skin as the skin is rejuvenating from the mask. Ceramides help repair barrier function. These are found also in shampoos and conditioners and moisturizers. Ceramides also can be found in serums. Chamomile, okay, soothes, anti-inflammatory, anti-itching, antiseptic, and purifies. So this comes in and absolutely can falls into um, a repair. I can use this with caviar. I can use this with calengia. It is going to be great for dry skin as well. Okay, it's going to be soothing, so it's anti-inflammatory, which means it's one of those ingredients that I definitely could use after a chemical peel, after enzyme, after wax. So anything that causes skin to be kind of red and sudden, this is a calming ingredient. Charcoal, it detoxifies, absorbs oil and debris, and so this definitely can be used. I use it in underarm cleansing bars. I also use it in masks, and it can be used in beauty bars and body washes as well. It's going to get rid of the old dead skin cells and that accumulation of that everyday wear on the skin. It helps purify the skin. Now it can be a drying factor, so you need to know in the cleansing you need to come back with a skin moisturizer, serum, things of that nature. Okay. Um, Kaleido Gold, it heals, firms, gives skin a healthy glow, and it's just a broken down form of gold matter. And you're like, what? Gold on our skin? Absolutely. Mhm. Enzymes, gentle surface exfoliant, softens, increases hydration. We have companies that specialize in enzymes. I absolutely tell people before they do a chemical peel, do an enzyme, do a microdermabrasion, just because we just need to see, especially people of color, because everybody doesn't need a chemical peel. Okay, and everybody's skin type is different, especially when we start to weigh in on different things going on with the skin around their age and everything. So everybody is different. And so a lot of times what I ask for people of color who are Fitzpatrick 4 and up is to do a microdermabrasion and enzymes to see if it gives us what we need before we move over into chemical peels. Okay. Eucalyptus, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, so does help with keeping oily skin, uh, bacteria away. Also, if someone is dealing with acne, it helps and assists with that as well. Ginger, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, it calms, it soothes. This is going to go great with skin someone that has skin issues such as dry skin, dehydrated skin, but also someone that may be dealing with eczema. You can compound or stack these ingredients to be like triple threats. Okay. And so they all work well together. You can either do oils, creams, masks, things of that nature. And then you have glycerin, humectant hydrates, definitely great for all skin types, reduced for oil, you will lose a lot. Glycolic acid, which is absolutely amazing. Water soluble, alpha hydroxy acid exfoliate, improves hydration, diminishes the signs of aging. Okay. So at the end of the day, glycolic is going to really make you look a little younger. So before you even go to some of those advanced acids, there are things that you could really do. You could do a glycolic acid, you could do an enzyme, you could do a microdermabrasion. So it's so many things you could do before going to the chemical peel. And I always suggest that, and I always suggest individuals to stack their performance ingredients because the performance ingredients are the ones that's going to give you the change in the skin. Okay. Now you may use different vehicles for those ingredients to get there, such as water, such as different oils. But at the end of the day, these are going to be some key ingredients that you find in your everyday skincare products as professionals. And as you're looking at your clients and saying, oh, I just do it at home, do it at home. But at the end of the day, they are not using what you're using, so they're not going to get the same results. So I would definitely encourage them, first, encourage yourself to go and purchase professional products and then encourage them to purchase the retail. Okay. Whatever what's going on with their skin. If you can target each client and build a treatment plan for whatever's going on with their skin and then list performance ingredients that you advise them to do, you'll see your retail enhance, clients will trust you. You'll see them scheduling and booking, all of that will enhance. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's all amazing, but we got to do the work and we have to just educate a little bit. You educate them a little bit, you'll be all right. Gooseberry, antioxidant, natural skin lightener, melanin suppressant. Grapeseed oil, um, light emollient, heavy on the light. Nourishes, moisturizes, rich in vitamins as well. It is an essential fatty, so sometimes it feels like there's an oily residue on the hands, but as you continue to massage, it really goes away. So if that oil does not sit on the skin, okay, does not sit on the skin, and it balances. So the more that you add heat to it, the more you rub it into the skin, it really softens and goes into the follicles and just starts to relax in those particular areas, hydrating, and only being used as needed. So I do like grapeseed oil as well. Green tea, one of my absolute favorites. It's potent, it's antioxidant, has anti-aging properties. Of course, I love to drink it, but we also can use it in cleansers. It should be used in toners. You can use it in every form, every procedure of a facial. You can use green tea. It's an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. It's going to reduce swelling. So it could be great for after facial services, great for after lymphatic drainage services, great for after waxing services. Okay. And it also brings in an enhanced photo protection. So it has a great protection of the skin, anti-aging. So it helps that youthful skin remain youthful. Okay. Hibiscus, antioxidant, humectant, antimicrobial, which means A1, great for the skin. It's going to help get rid of that oil buildup. Also, it's going to say no to microbes, germs. Great for use with acne type skin, oily skin, absolutely great. It's going to get rid of buildup. Okay. Honey is always amazing. You can never go wrong with honey. You have honey cream, honey powder, honey gel, honey cleansers. Honey is a humectant. Anytime you add to it, it's going to allow the moisture to stick to the skin. Okay, it soothes, it softens, and it's antibacterial and it clarifies. So it's going to be it's used as a cleanser. It's just an amazing cleanser. Irish moss, aka sea moss, one of my favorites also. Emollient, humectant, soft, soothing, anti-inflammatory. So also again, great for dry skin, great for combination oily, great for skin that is prone to acne, prone to breakouts. Absolutely amazing. Um, Kaolin clay, oil absorbing clay. So it's great for oily skin, calms, soothes, and it's also great to be used as a many individuals will pat their face with kaolin clay during makeup, so it can help set. It's going to get rid of the oil. Okay. Kojic acid. Now, one thing I tell people all the time, these are gonna be some great ingredients. But when you have charcoal, kojic acid, turmeric, you got to know that they are betas, okay? And they should not be used all together. So you use one in the morning, one performance ingredient in the morning, use another one at night. You wouldn't use them together, all right? Because everybody's not, um, their skin is not built to take that kind of type of strength. All right, so be very careful about kojic acid. We're mixing it with turmeric. Also, we're mixing it with charcoal, things of that nature, because it becomes very, very strong. And so, with individuals that don't have tough skin, it could break them out. And just with any time mixing too much of an ingredient could just cause an adverse reaction. So, it is better to use one performance in the morning and another one at night. These particular acids, do not mix them together. Okay. I love lactic acid. It has a milk undertone. Okay. Increases hydrations. It's very light. It's one of the lightest ones. It's a great alpha hydroxy acid, gets rid of like dead skin cells, water soluble. So using water as a universal solvent helps break it down. It exfoliates the skin, brightens the skin. If you're going to start with any type of acid, I would definitely start with lactic acid first. Ascorbic acid, commonly known as vitamin C. All right. In many different forms, it could be very strong, but it's a natural skin lightener. So you're looking at turmeric, you're looking at vitamin C, you're looking at grapeseed oil. Many different things could be stacked, okay, to really treat hyperpigmentation. And so you guys have a opportunity, and then you have lemon extract. You have an opportunity to build. So the more you know, the more you can build for specific clients. This is where you start making clients have some individuality, okay? Because what you build for them and how you treat whatever they have going on, they'll never get that anywhere else. Never. So even if they leave and go somewhere else, or they don't come, you don't see them for a while, never fret, because they're gonna always remember the results that you gave, and they'll make their way back around. Okay. And so I love ascorbic acid. I love lemon extract, using them together. Lemon extract is an astringent and it brightens. Vitamin C is a skin lightener. It stimulates, it builds collagen, and it helps with the reproduction, regeneration of the skin, and it lightly exfoliates. Absolutely love it. Okay. A lot of people do not know that you can use licorice. Okay. It's a great skin lightener, melanin suppressant. So you can put it in a cream or a serum and use it for dark spots, especially let's try for at night on your knees, your elbows, things of that nature. So you have dark spots in other parts of the body. Just explore. Mandelic acid, I do want to talk about mandelic acid. Of course, it can be used for all skin types. Gentle, water soluble. Alpha hydroxy acid is a little stronger than lactic. It exfoliates, it brightens, it smooths texture, antibacterial, regulates sebum production, and also this is one of the top acids that many estheticians and med spas will recommend for Fitzpatrick's 4 and up. Okay, so for people of color, Fitzpatrick's 4 and up, they will usually go to mandelic acid because it just has a variety of everything, and then they will start to break away and customize from there. All right, niacinamide. Forgive me, I'm in class. Hold on one moment. Okay, also known as vitamin B3. Niacinamide is great. Many individuals will blend niacinamide with other products as well to help with dark spots. It has a great UV protectant, so it's also used in sunscreens. Okay. And so every client, every esthetician, always think about customized sunscreens for your clients and things of that nature. So you can customize these ingredients. I love to send my students over to makingcosmetics.com where you can learn more about these key ingredients. All right. And start to put in your mind and your head these different treatments that you can use and start looking for product companies or even yourself that can produce these results for you. Okay. This is why we don't just buy anything that smell good. You want to really do the research, find out about those companies, build relationships. And those are the products that I want to put in front of my clients. All right. Orange plant stem cell repairs cells, increases dermal fibroblast activity, strengthens, restores. So orange plant stem cell, when it says dermal fibroblast, it means like it really tightens the skin. So in areas that the skin was saggy or loose, you're going to find that that becomes, over a period of time, it will become tighter. All right. So whether you're looking at décolleté or in the stomach area, belly area, you can find that would be a great ingredient to use. Okay. Also, when you look at pomegranate, pumpkin, red raspberry, all of these can be found most of the time in masks. You can also see these in cleansers and in enzymes. Okay. So they're great antioxidants. They soothe the skin. They help get rid of some mild exfoliator in some of them. And they're all anti-aging and they help bring your natural skin tone back to life. Okay. And so a lot of times the foods that we eat also can be transferable to use as cosmetics that you can actually use on your face. Okay. So they become performance ingredients for some of your key products. Retinol, also referred to as vitamin A, can come with a lot of contraindications. Okay. Can come with a lot of contraindications simply because many individuals like to get waxing, they like to do chemical peels, they like to do a lot of other items. And so when it comes with contraindications, you either going to use the retinol or you're going to use this. Retinol is also used for darker skin. It's for darker skin patches. It's also used for acne prone skin, especially acne prone skin. You have the higher grades. Okay. Also, it's a great anti-aging ingredient. Okay. And you'll find that it'll be stacked with other ingredients to make the skin look more youthful. All right. But it does have contraindications. So whenever in doubt, always research. And as you research, you'll find when you can use these products. And if you do use vitamin A, retinol, how long does it take? How long does it have to be before you're able to do hair removal services, so on and so on? Salicylic acid, okay, it is a beta. All right, this is another acid that I would not use in conjunction with kojic acid, in conjunction with charcoal, in conjunction, okay, with turmeric. Even though you like, oh, these are some amazing ingredients, they're performance, they're powerful ingredients, and they can be supercharged. And when they're supercharged, they sometimes can be too strong for a client's skin type. All right. And so this is why I say keep a lot of betas away from each other and do them at different times of the day if you must do them. Okay. But salicylic acid is one of those key ingredients used to help minimize acne pore fighting. Okay. Oil soluble. All right. So it goes in and breaks up oil. So it's great for oily skin type. Okay. It's a hydroxy acid. It lightly exfoliates, helps unclog pores. So unplugs, undetox those pores, and it gets rid of bacteria and antibacterial, and it's an astringent. So it has many causes. It's a heavy punch when it comes to acne prone skin. So it is used mostly as a performance ingredient, and you'll see the advertisement of salicylic acid on the containers. So we use it a lot in facials and a lot in exfoliation. So the cleansers and in exfoliation is where you'll see this heavily because we want to go ahead and get it done. Okay. Sea oak extract. Haven't seen this one in a while. Enhances natural UV protection. So great for sunscreen. It brightens and antibacterial. Okay. Shea butter, non-chondrogenic. So shea butter does not cause blackheads and whiteheads, even though it hydrates, it's soft and it smooths. As soon as you put shea butter in the middle of your hands, you start to see the molecules start to break down. As the molecules continues to break down and you're warming that product, emulsification, that shea butter is able to go into the skin and really go into the areas that really need hydration without you worried about causes of, is this going to cause acne? Is this going to cause blackheads? Is this going to cause whiteheads? Okay. Sulfur. Sulfur being one of those ingredients that's usually used to help reduce acne. Also, you here's one thing, they use it in cleansers. They can also use it in masks, foundational masks as well. It's going to reduce the oil glands. It's going to be attracted to the oil, so oil is going to be attracted to it. And remember, sulfur is one of those cones. And so it helps replace the part of that building block of keratin in our body, our hair, skin, and nails. And so there's so many ingredients. Look at tea tree oil. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial. So it's not going to breed, it's not going to grow, it's not going antifungus, and it promotes healing. The only thing with tea tree oil, mostly in a tea tree oil, is an essential oil. A little bit goes a long way, and it should also be included in a carrier oil. So you can add it to olive oil, you can add it to avocado oil, you can add it to grapeseed oil, and it should be in measurable amounts. Okay. And so this is great for dry skin. Also can be great for oily skin and also acne prone skin. All right. And it also has some relaxing qualities as well. All right. Okay. As we continue to look at a few ingredients, just looking at a few, if you looked at vitamin A, thyme, vitamin C, vitamin E, you will know that we also talked about these ingredients earlier. All of the vitamins are great antioxidants. They, when used in products, they help bring life back to the skin. Okay. So most of the time they are going to encourage reversal, not reversal, but repair of the skin. Okay, so it's going to encourage repair of the skin faster. So as a person ages, so does the repair of the skin kind of goes down. The collagen goes down a little bit. So it's going to start to repair. I would tell you always advise the contraindications when it comes to using vitamin E or retinol, vitamin A or retinol. Okay. When you look at vitamin C, vitamin E, yes, improving the tone of the skin, improving the texture of the skin. Vitamin C, even being at ascorbic acid in other cases, still brightens the skin, still stimulates collagen. So it is an essential for all skin types. And all of these vitamins are essential as well. So all of the vitamins are essential as well. One of my favorites is vitamin E. Okay, I do use vitamin C, vitamin E together, but vitamin E is, when I say it's tea, vitamin E is tea. I love to use vitamin E around the fine lines of the eyes, around the fine lines of the mouth, and the corners of the nose. Okay, vitamin E, sometimes it can be a little thicker, but I need it at its strongest component, and I just need a little bit of it. So the vitamin E goes in and just feeds in those areas. I love to use it at night. I also encourage some of my hair clients to use vitamin E around their hairlines as well. So vitamin E, when used at night, it becomes food to those follicles. Okay, it becomes food, so they begin to feed and rest. A lot of times, some of these ingredients, especially the nighttime ingredients, they become active once we rest, once our body just rests. Okay, and so I love using vitamin E towards the evening, at night. I just want my skin to just feed and absorb it. Okay. And I will emulsify it, break it all the way down. But it is one of those things that help calm the skin down. And of course, some for clients that have eczema, clients that have rosacea, that have this redness, inflammatory issue, vitamin E is key. Okay, so using products that have vitamin E in it, it is a performance. You can stack this vitamin E with other ingredients. All right. So remember, one ingredient is not going to do all the work. You can stack it with other ingredients. I would stack it also vitamin C, green tea, any of those raspberries, pumpkins, when it comes to enzymes or added to a mask. I do like to build and use it with anything that's going to hydrate the skin. Okay. And we'll close out at witch hazel, which is also used as a toner. I really don't use witch hazel by itself. But if I did make my own witch hazel, I would add a tea component to the witch hazel. So my toner, I would add a tea component to it. It is astringent. I just don't like how witch hazel smells a lot, but it does help initiate wound healing, soften the skin. But I literally would add like vitamin E and green tea, or vitamin E and some kind of tea, chamomile to the witch hazel, just to kind of give it a customized look and feel to the skin. So I wanted to do more. And so, yes, I know it's anti this and anti that, but I just don't like the smell of it. I would just make it a little bit more pleasant. And it is great for all skin types, but dry skin. Okay. Witch hazel is going to pull. It's going to pull, no matter if it pulls light or it pulls hard. It reminds you of just alcohol evaporating. So it's going to dry up those areas. So based on the skin type, especially with dry skin, I would not use a witch hazel. I would use more so like a tea toner or something of that nature that has hydration into it. So that's what I would do. And so that was a great list of ingredients that we reviewed. And as we continue to move forward on looking at all skin types and conditions, these are types of universal ingredients where you will see them in multiple products. Okay. Today I'm highlighting in yellow. These are types of universal ingredients. And you have antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and physical sunscreen ingredients. And so the objective is to know these ingredients front to back, know which ingredients they work with, what skincare that they really work well in. So all skin types will have a variation of these ingredients. And so as we review those past ingredients, this is recording. So if you just came on, you can definitely go back on our YouTube, DCI Education Group, and hear from the start of class as we started to break down those ingredients. As you are building treatment plans, you will need to have study or understanding of ingredients to know what will help your clients. Okay. And so, me learning about my ingredients really enhanced my knowledge base when it came to what I think a client needs for their skin. Got it. So, really, nothing in a book can prepare you for the day that someone says, well, what do you think my skin needs? And they'll start saying it all the time. And so you're having to, if you studied vitamins, if you studied minerals, if you studied different things related to skin types, you know what is happening and you know what the skin needs. That's how you would build confidence and beginning of a great relationship with a client. Okay. That's how you start building a rapport. For combination skin, okay, for combination skin, it will have a combination of dry and oily. And the oily skin can have this overactivity of the oil glands. That's it. It just produces a lot of oil. And heat and touch is going to cause more oil to be produced. So when you in the summertime and you're in areas that are more heated, you're going to see more oil because this person just has already an oily skin issue going on with their skin. If not properly cleaned, okay, this is what could happen. Pores could become clogged, and clogged pores lead to acne. All right. So now your combination client now deals with acne, and she needs the blue LED light. She's going to need cleansing, dehydration of that area. So you're really going to pull moisture out of the skin. Then we have to replace whatever we pull out. Okay. So some of the ingredients that we'll need in our products when we start dealing with combination skin: emollients. Okay, and humectants. Humectants is going to be our biggest thing because we want products we want to have products and creams that are going to stick to the skin. Okay. And most humectants, dehydrants, or hydrants are very light. You don't want any heavy creams on the skin. And you want oil balancing. So there are oils, as we talked about grapeseed oils, there are oils that are oil balancing that do not cause comedogenic, that do not cause the skin to go into a buildup of oil of blackheads and whiteheads. So they do have oils. You got shea butter oils that's non-comedogenic. So you will find oils if you must use them for combination skin, but go with the oils that have low in numbers, 0 and 1. 2 is pushing it, but 2, but that are low in comedogenic and would not cause blackheads or whiteheads. We will also bring this into yellow as well. And yellow is our highlighted areas for study and review. Now, as we look into dry skin, we want to moisturize, you want to replenish, you want it to be water fresh, you want water to be close to the surface and skin restoring. All right. And so just rejuvenate the skin. You do not want the skin to crack, break up, do anything. Okay. The skin is the number one protector of everything else inside of the body. So we got to make sure it stays intact. Some of these ingredients that will help us keep everything intact and just reserve what we have: ceramides, okay? Ceramides, emollients, and humectants. You're going to find this a lot in sprays and creams. You can stack oils and creams together, such as like a serum and a moisturizer. They are amazingly mixed together, okay? And they will really combat dry skin. Dehydrated skin, a lot of time we look at dehydrated skin and people don't know what it is, but dehydrated skin is a lack of water. Okay. Dry skin could be a lack of moisture, but dehydrated skin is lack of water. A lot of times you tell your clients, what is your water intake? Increase your water intake, reduce your sugar intake. Okay. That's personally for their diet. And then we want to find products that are hydrating, such as our aloe vera based toners, excuse me, that are coming to the skin, your humectants and your rich emollients, your oils that are very light, argan oil, shea butter oil, um, calendula oil, sunflower. So these things that are very, very light, that do not cause us to have other issues, but improves the softness of the skin and tone at the same time. Anywhere that the skin was leathery, feeling patchy, anywhere where it felt like it was just like a different texture in a particular area. You have oils and serums that are really coming in with moisturizer and really hydrate those areas. But we have to deal with it from the inside out. So clients should be increasing water intake, reducing sugars. So that's something you would talk to them about. And also the products that you would use, the final three when it comes to serums, moisturizers, and sunscreens, they should be really power packing. The mask is going to be amazing. They may not be able to do the dry mask, the hard mask, but they or clay mask. I'm gonna say that, but they can do the jelly mask. Okay, they can do the sheet mask. All right, so those type of masks are gonna be really loved to the skin when they get ready to deal with dehydrated skin. So I'm gonna highlight this whole thing when it comes to dehydrated skin. Um, and we'll put that in yellow as well. And let's look at acne and acne prone problematic skin, oily skin. Now, here's the thing with oily skin. Oily skin already has the glands that are overactive, okay? Because the glands are overactive, naturally our follicle goes, we have to expand to hold everything that's coming in. So now the follicle grows, and the opening of the follicle, the pore starts to enlarge as well. So now we're dealing with not only oily skin, we can see the pore. The pores are enlarged. The number one key we want to do when we see oily skin and see the enlarged pore, number one, we have to reduce. We definitely have to reduce the pore, but we got to get rid of the oil. Okay. Another issue that can come up is the oil and sweat that naturally, the acid mantle that comes to the top of the skin. That oil, sweat, dirt, okay, all of that was mixed together, sit over into that large pore and just get comfortable. And it would just get comfortable until you move it. And sometimes I've had students that thought they had moles or it was just a beauty mark. And when they would come in for the facial, they would, that area would move when you take your hand and run over and say, hey, that's not a mole or a beauty mark. That is a blackhead. Okay. And so just a buildup of oil, sweat, and dirt, and it's not treated, it sits into that pore and makes it its home. Now, whiteheads pretty much are fresher, okay, and they haven't been there that long. It's just a mix of the oil, sweat, and dirt. But at the longer they sit and make themselves comfortable, they turn black. All right, they turn brown and black because of the oxygen of the air. All right, so they're just sitting there, and it's just sitting there, sitting there. And you need to have something of the level. Now we need acids to come in and really we need things to come in and detox our pores, pull out, liquefy. And most of the time, you have people old school, they used to use galvanic treatment where they cut it on negative and positive, and it would liquefy baking soda and water, disincrustation. A lot of that's old school. New school, how they do that, they would do acid peels. Okay. So they would say, oh, we'll do a chemical peel that'll break that down, pull all that out, and things of that nature. So we don't want to ever to get to that point, but we gotta eliminate oil, sweat, and dirt buildup because that's going to be the foundation of that acne buildup, those pimples. And then if you have a lot of them, then they have puberty going on, or they have um, menopause going on, or so many things going on with their bodies. And so we have to make sure that we're eliminating that area where all this bacteria sets up. And it will do that inside of that oil, sweat, dirt buildup that sits at the top of the pore. So hydroxy acid, salicylic acid, humectants, light emollients, oil balancing regulations, toners. Or I wouldn't even go basic aloe vera toner. I would not do that. I would do stronger astringents, alcohol base, just to kind of pull and dry out those areas. And then I go with the breakdown of whatever's in that pore. When we start to replace the things that the skin needs, then I go in with more softer vitamins and things of that nature. But as you are dealing with clients who are acne prone, this is an area you can specialize in. And these are type ingredients you want to look for that's going to treat them, antibacterial, so things that help fight bacteria or keep them away. Okay, anti-inflammatory, soothing, things that's going to reduce redness and soreness. So you want them to have this really smooth transition on the skin. Humectants, light emollients. So then you want them to have some hydration, but you don't want to have heavy creams. Okay, retinols, which we will probably refer to our dermatologists. Now we're getting into retinol. You're getting to prescription skin creams, vitamin A's, things of that nature. You have to, when you're moving into here, you have to make sure other services that you get on a regular basis, what are the contraindications when you're using a retinols, okay? When using retinoids. What are the contraindications? Can I get this and use this at the same time? Because a lot of times it's use this, then you have to wait a while, then you're able to get the service. So you have to be honest with the clients about what they have going on based on which ones you're using. and topical probiotics. Okay, so even that has contraindications as well. The client should not be going in lasering, and they should not be going to get waxing right after using these topical creams. So there is a grace period in between these. If not considered, as you do the hair removal services, you could also blister the client and pull the skin from the client. So huge bruises and issues that could go on. Sensitive, you're reactive, you need to have anti-ingredients, anti-ingredients. So anti-inflammatory, anti-irritant. This is where my aloe vera will come in. This is also where my essential oils will come in, like tea tree, eucalyptus. Also, I would add these with carrier oils, but also this is where my green tea would come in. Okay, because the green tea is gonna help take care of all this. It soothes the skin. It's healing. It also brings a little brightness. It's less irritating, and so having my toners and with sprays or creams, and I prefer sprays if you're dealing with acne prone skin or sensitive skin. There's something you can spray, and you with the cream you will have to rub and manipulate the fingers on the face, and sometimes that could just be sensitive as well. So light cool sprays are always beneficial. Hyperpigmentation, looking at those ingredients that are melanin suppressant, decompressants, melanin decompressants, and also lighteners or brighteners. Now, lighteners and brighteners are totally different. Okay. So we have to really measure exactly what we want with this particular client. Are we trying to lighten something or are we trying to brighten something? Okay. Lasering may be an option as well for these particular clients if these topical products and creams are not working. Making sure your sunscreen, every product that these people use who have hyperpigmentation issues, have those performance ingredients in there, because where one pick drops off, the other one picks up. And the client should consistently use these. You will know when the client is not consistently using them, because you'll see gaps in the care of their face or their skin. Mature aging skin is just simply that mature aging skin is going to need rebuild, refunction of a lot of things. It starts to fight against aging. So I always tell people in your 30s, with 30, you should start preserving your skin for 60. Because as you age, the glow got scale is going to take you 10 years. It's like photosynthesis. It's going to take you 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. And when someone gives me that age, I kind of know what's going on with their skin. And so I want to use my performance ingredients and build up to build the collagen, repair quickly. Okay, so I want skin rejuvenation. I want things that are supposed to sag to tighten. If this is where sometimes clients get fillers because their fatty tissue diminishes. So I want all that fatty tissue, that adipose tissue to build up. And so that means my facial movements, I'm going to come to the facialist more often. And let me tell you, if you can cater to mature aging clients, you'll always have a clientele. Okay, because it is found that these individuals who are stable in work life, retirement, have savings, that they want to look good and look younger. They want to feel good and look good. And if they can find that you have products and you take care of their skin and you're more concerned with what's going on with their skin, they become faithful to you. They become clients, and word of mouth is amazing. But it's a great teacher for you because you get to see their skin go into different stages. Okay. And you'll start to see issues and start combating those almost years before it actually would happen. And you'll find that clients will be 70 and 80 and they'll look 50 and 60. That actually happens for those individuals that really take care of their skin early. So you want ceramides, things that rebuild, things that hydrate, loads of vitamins, peptides, and retinoids rebuild. So this is definitely what you want. Okay. So as we begin to close, it's been begin to close. We'll close out on this chapter tomorrow in class. The whole hour session has been recorded live stream, so don't worry about anything if you didn't get it. You'll definitely see it updated in a couple of hours on our YouTube. And then tomorrow we'll close this out with beginning of chapter 7, treatment room. And we're gonna go 7, 8, 9. Okay, 7, 8, 9. So if you're already getting a little ahead, just start treatment room and go straight into facial treatments. Okay. I want to say thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call. We'll pick back up tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed and amazing day.